What's going on? What's going on? So, you know what I like about social media? Is that everybody get a voice. You know what I hate about social media? Is that everybody get a voice. Sometimes I sit and I listen to some stuff like, man, there's some really good insight, some really informative stuff. Some stuff that really gets you to thinking like, man, I never knew that. I've gotten like gardening tips and all types of stuff just scrolling through Instagram and through TikTok. However, sometimes, in some cases, especially when it comes down to these relationship conversations, the 4Bs, feminism, sprinkle, the drizzle, the soft guy era.
Speed check reported ahead on State Route 401.
I'm driving, leave me alone. My question is, where do we draw the line at? At what point in time do we all collectively, as men and women, say, you know what? This is starting to get stupid. This is starting to get beyond stupid. Like, who's going to be the first person in line to say, you know what? I think that we're going to a dangerous place that we're not going to be able to pull ourselves out of. Because, like I asked many people, is the question, what is to be gained from all of this? If we're having discourse, we're talking about the experiences women have had with men and experiences men have had with women, are we talking about them for the sake of finding a resolution, or are we talking about them just so that everybody can point the finger and say that it's each other's fault? Then we quote the statistics and then we talk about all the numbers and all of the feelings and all of the magic things and stuff in the atmosphere. Realistically, I think that it boils down to something that's very simple. What works for me may not work for the next man. What works for one woman may not work for another one. Some women have found themselves being one way when dating or being married to one guy, that when she got underneath another guy, she found herself as a completely different person. I know many guys that they were this way, then they ran into a woman who fit them better, and they became, I guess you could say, felt inspired or whatever have you, to produce a different version of themselves. No matter what terminology you use and no matter how you look at it, the one thing that I think that is always missing from the conversation is, you're not going to change for me, and I'm not going to change for you. I'm going to change because I want to change, and I want to be a better version of myself because I found something that inspires me to be a better version of myself. And I think that that's really all that it boils down to. At some point in time, I think that we can all agree, or that we should all be able to agree at this point, that it's starting to get stupid. Like, it's really starting to get to a place to where the relationship conversations are getting kind of dumb. You got guys on shows that are talking to girls that are barely legal. They don't know nothing. They ain't been here long enough to know nothing. All they know is that they're pretty. Guys are willing to spend a lot of money to be around them because they're pretty. They don't know that one day that's going to fade and one day that's going to wear off. And if the older women are trying to tell them that, guess what? In the peak of your prettiness, you don't want to hear that because you're winning right now. Just like a man who is shunned or called lame or mistreated when he was younger, and he grows up and start coming into himself and get himself together, it's like the reverse effect. He looking at things like, man, y'all treated me like crap back in the day, man. Y'all stay over there. I think that at some point in time, the realities of women and the realities of men and the realities of the types of men and women that people are talking about, they don't just come one size fit all. So when we have these conversations, who are we talking about exactly? Who are the guys that women are talking about that they've been burned?
Speed check reported ahead on State Route 401.
I'm riding through Georgia. They got a speed check every 15 seconds. This has just been the reality of it. Bear with me, guys. When do we get to a place where we say, you know, where is the point, the transition? Where's the thought process? What guys are women going after, or are women accepting that are giving them this similar viewpoint? Because I will argue there's a good chance that you guys are probably all looking for very similar men that at some point in time in your early life, you're rotating around the same types of men. And only as you get older, a little bit more mature, a little bit wiser, do you start to expand your horizons. Or it could be where the man who you didn't find appealing started getting his stuff together, starts to become more appealing. And as you're moving in this direction, he's moving this direction, that's when you finally find this guy a little bit more attractive than you would have 10 years ago, 20 years ago. I don't know. I can't speak on it as if I know the science. All I know is that current day, what we are seeing is dumb as hell. Current day, the type of conversations that people are having about relationships, I think that for shock value reasons, great. For ratings, for clicks, likes, subscriptions, perfect. But as far as getting anything of substance out of it, nothing coming out of it. Just everything is falling on deaf ears. And I think that until we get to the place where we're ready to stop having stupid conversations, it's going to continue to be that way. Anyway, guys, what do y'all think? Y'all tell me what y'all think about that concept.